Boston clearance delivery. Dal 8040 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 6 Tree, 9er IFR to Atlanta. Ready to copy.
Dal 8040 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 6 Tree 9er is cleared to Atlanta Airport via the BLZZR-6 departure, runway 4 right. Climb via SID, maintain 5000, expect flight level tree 6010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is 133.0, squawk 0025.
Cleared to Atlanta via the BLZZR-6 departure, runway 4 right. Climb via SID, maintain 5000, expect flight level tree 6010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is 133.0, squawk 0025. Dal 8040 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 6 Tree 9er.
Dal 8040 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 6 Tree 9er, readback is correct. Contact ground on 121.75 when ready to taxi. Good day.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback. Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted. Locking gear. Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Flight attendants, prepare your doors for departure, please. Cross-check and I'll call. Once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome on board your Delta flight. So in just a moment, we'll be showing you a brief presentation on the safety features of this aircraft. We kindly ask that you please direct your attention to the video monitors and flight attendants in the aisle, even if you are a frequent flyer. Thank you so much.
Welcome aboard, and thank you for choosing Delta for 100 years and counting.
Delta Airlines.
The health and safety of our customers and crew is our #1 priority and the shared responsibility of everyone on board. So, before we depart, please pay attention to this important message. Stow all carry-on items in an overhead bin and place smaller items completely under the seat in front of you.
Larger electronic devices must be placed in a bag. Handheld portable electronic devices, including mobile phones, should also be secured.
Keep the aisles, exits, and bulkhead areas clear. If you lose an electronic device in your seat, please do not adjust your seat and ask a crew member for help.
As we leave the gate, fasten your seatbelt by inserting the metal tip into the buckle and adjusting the strap so it's low and tight across your lap. To release, lift the top of the buckle. If your seat has a shoulder harness, attach the metal tip to the fitting on the belt. To release, push the metal tip down. Stay seated with your seatbelt fastened when the seatbelt sign is on, and keep it fastened whenever you're seated in case of sudden rough air. In the event of rough air, the crew might also need to buckle up for safety. We appreciate your understanding if our service is interrupted.
Federal regulations require all passengers to comply with all crew members' instructions, along with the posted placards and lighted information signs throughout the cabin. Smoking, vaping, the use of e-cigarettes or any smokeless product, including chewing tobacco, is not allowed on any Delta flight. Federal law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying restroom smoke detectors.
There are 8 exits on this plane, 8 doors, 4 on each side. Each door has a detachable slide that can be used as a raft.
In the event of an evacuation, leave all bags behind. Carry-on baggage will slow the evacuation. All exits are clearly marked with the green exit symbol. Locate the nearest exits and remember, they might be behind you. If we lose power, lights will illuminate the aisles to guide you to an exit.
It's unlikely, but if cabin pressure changes, oxygen masks will drop from the panels above your seat and inside the lavatories. Reach up and pull a mask or streamer down to start the flow of oxygen. Remove any face covering and place the mask over your nose and mouth. Slip the elastic strap over your head and adjust the mask if necessary. Breathe normally and note the oxygen is flowing, so don't worry if the bag doesn't inflate. Be sure to adjust your own mask before helping others.
A water evacuation is also unlikely, but just in case, life vests are in a compartment beneath or adjacent to your seat. To use, remove the vest from its container by pulling on the tab and then opening the pouch. Slip the vest over your head. Wrap the strap around your waist, attach it to the buckle in front, and adjust securely around your waist. As you leave the plane, inflate the vest by pulling down on the red tab at the bottom, or manually inflate it by blowing into the tube at shoulder level. A water-activated light is attached to each vest. For children under 35 pounds, place the vest around their waist and secure the strap between the legs. See your safety card for more information. Additional life vests for in-lap children are in marked compartments at the front and rear of the plane. We'll distribute these vests if necessary.
Before takeoff, bring your seat to its upright position and stow your tray table, footrest, and leg rest. Be sure you fastened your seatbelt low and tight across your lap, carry-on items secured, and armrests are at resting position, or as otherwise indicated on the placard in front of you. If you have a suite door, ensure it's open. See placard instructions inside the suite door for opening instructions in case of emergency. Finally, take a moment to review the safety information card in your seat pocket.
As we finish our safety check, please let us know if you have any questions.
As we take off into the future, sit back and relax. And from all of our crew, thank you for flying with Delta, today and for the next 100 years.
Contact tower 132.225.
Taxi 2 and hold short runway 4 right via taxiway Kilo Echo Alpha Bravo Mike Cross runway tree 2. Dial 8040 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 6 Tree 9er.
Roger. Taxi via Kilo, Echo, Alpha, Mike. 1. Recalculating route. Give way. Traffic on your left. Now on Kilo. In 150 meters, turn left on taxiway Echo. Now on Kilo. In 150 meters, turn left on taxiway Echo. Now on Kilo. In 150 meters, turn left on taxiway Echo. Now on Kilo. In 150 meters, turn left on taxiway Echo. Now on Kilo. In 150 meters, turn left on taxiway Echo. Now on Kilo. In 150 meters, turn left on taxiway Echo.
JetBlue 1151, hold position. Caution the Boeing 737 on the taxiway. JetBlue 1151, continue taxi. Roger, JetBlue 1151.
Turn left on taxiway Echo.
JetBlue 365, hold position. Caution the Airbus A320 on the taxiway. JetBlue 365, continue taxi. Roger, JetBlue 365.
Continue on taxiway Echo. In 200 meters, turn right on taxiway Alpha. Recalculating route. Caution, traffic on your left. Turn right on taxiway Alpha. Caution, traffic is behind you. Recalculating route. Caution, traffic on your left. Turn right on taxiway Alpha. Give way, traffic is behind you. Recalculating route. Caution, traffic ahead. Turn right on taxiway Alpha. Recalculating route. Caution, traffic on your left. Turn right on taxiway Alpha. Turn left on taxiway Kilo.
American 103, 109er. Hold position. Caution the
Recalculating
Airbus
route.
A320
Caution.
on the
Traffic on your left. Turn left on taxiway Kilo.
Hold position. American 1009er.
Speedbird 1212. Hold position.
Recalculating
Caution
route.
the Airbus
Caution.
A320
Traffic on your left. Continue on taxiway
American
Kilo.
1009er. Continue taxi. Speedbird 1212. Continue taxi.
Roger.
In 300 meters, turn right on taxiway Mike. Recalculating route. Caution. Traffic ahead. In 300 meters, turn right on taxiway Mike.
1212.
Recalculating route. Hold position. Traffic ahead. Now on Kilo. In 150 meters, turn right on taxiway Mike. Caution. Traffic is behind you. Give way. Traffic is behind you.
JetBlue
Caution.
717.
Traffic is behind
You are
you.
not cleared to take off.
Caution. Traffic is behind you. Recalculating route. Hold position. Traffic ahead. Turn right on taxiway Mike.
JetBlue 717. You are
Caution.
not cleared
Traffic
to
is
take
behind
off.
you. Give way. Traffic is behind you.
JetBlue 717. You are not cleared to
Give way. Traffic is behind you. Recalculating route. Caution. Traffic ahead. Continue on taxiway Mike. Give way. Traffic is behind you. In 200 meters, turn left on taxiway Mike. 1.
JetBlue 717.
Give way. Traffic is
IFR
behind you.
flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. Good day. Speedbird 1212. Hold position. Caution the Airbus A320 on the taxiway. Speedbird 1212. Continue taxi. Speedbird
Turn left on
1212.
taxiway Mike.
Hold
1.
position. Caution the Boeing 767 on the taxiway.
Progressive taxi completed.
Boston Tower, Dal 8040 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 6 Tree 9er ready for departure. Runway 4 right, IFR to Atlanta.
Delta 1 Enter 71, turn next taxiway. Dal 8040 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 6 Tree 9er holds short runway 4 right. Traffic is Boeing 737 on the runway. Delta 1 Enter 71, contact ground on 131.85. Jet 652, exit runway enable. Jet 652, contact ground on 134.05. 8040 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 6 Tree 9er, altimeter 299er2. Cleared for takeoff runway 4 right.
Cleared for takeoff runway 4 right, Dal 8040 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 6 Tree 9er.
Going to 131.85, Delta 1971.
One 134.05, exit jet 652. Roger. Taxi via Mike. Bravo. Mike. 1. Kilo. Now on Mike. Turn left. now on Mike. Turn right on runway 32. In 150 meters, cross runway 14. Cross 14. Continue on taxiway 32. In 200 meters, cross runway 14. Cross 14. Continue on taxiway Juliet 1. Turn right on taxiway Juliet 1. In 300 meters, turn right on taxiway Juliet. Turn right on taxiway Juliet.
Brickyard 5819er, exit runway when able.
In 150 meters, turn left on taxiway Bravo. Turn left on taxiway Bravo.
Brickyard 5819er, turn next taxiway.
Recalculating route. Caution, traffic ahead. In 200 meters, turn right on taxiway Kilo.
Brickyard 5819er, contact ground on 121.75.
Recalculating route. Hold position. Traffic ahead. Now on Bravo. In 150 meters, turn right on taxiway Kilo.
Going to 121.
Recalculating route. Give way. Traffic on your left. Turn right on taxiway Bravo. Turn right on taxiway Kilo. In 200 meters, turn right on taxiway Mike. Recalculating route. Caution, traffic ahead. Now on Kilo. In 200 meters, turn right on taxiway Mike. Recalculating route. Hold position. Traffic ahead. Now on Kilo. In 150 meters, turn right on taxiway Mike. Recalculating route. Hold position. Traffic ahead. Now on Kilo. In 150 meters, turn right on taxiway Mike.
Airbus 0 Kilo Papa.
Recalculating route. Hold position. Traffic ahead. Now on Kilo. In 150 meters, turn right on taxiway Mike.
121.9er.
Recalculating route. Hold position. Traffic ahead. Now on Kilo. In 150 meters, turn right on taxiway Mike. Recalculating route. Hold position. Traffic ahead. Now on Kilo. In 150 meters, turn right on taxiway Mike. Recalculating route. Hold position. Traffic ahead. In 150 meters, turn right on taxiway Mike. Now on Kilo. In 150 meters, turn right on taxiway Mike. Progressive taxi completed. Roger. Taxi via Kilo. Mike. Mike 1. Give way. Traffic is behind you. Recalculating route. Caution. Traffic ahead. In 150 meters, turn right on taxiway Mike. In 150 meters, turn right on taxiway Mike. Give way. Traffic is behind you.
Give way. Traffic is behind you. Turn right on taxiway Mike. Give way. Traffic is behind you. Recalculating route. Hold position. Traffic ahead. Turn right on taxiway Mike. Give way. Traffic is behind you. Recalculating route. Hold position. Traffic ahead. Continue on taxiway Mike. Progressive taxi completed.
134.05. Delta 8839er.
Brickyard 5682, turn next taxiway.
Roger. Taxi via Mike. Mike. 1. Now on Mike. In 200 meters, turn left on taxiway Mike. 1.
Brickyard 5682, turn next taxiway.
Turn left on taxiway Mike. 1.
Brickyard 5682, exit runway when able.
In 300 meters, line up runway 04, right.
1776, turn next taxiway. 121.75, Brickyard 5682.
Line up runway 04, right.
American 1776, exit runway when able.
You have arrived at your destination. Progressive taxi completed.
American 1776, turn next taxiway. American 1776, contact ground on 121.9er. Going to 121.9er, American 1776. FedEx Tree 714, exit runway when able. departure on 133.0. Good day. FedEx Tree 714, turn next taxiway.
133.0 for Dal 8040 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 6 Tree Niner. Boston departure. Dal 8040 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 6 Tree Niner is at 2,400 climbing 5,000.
Dal 8040 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 6 Tree Niner, Boston departure, altimeter 29992, radar contact, continue to Herb. Dal 8040 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 6 Tree Niner, verify squawking 0025. Dal 8040 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 6 Tree Niner, climb and maintain flight level tree 60.
Climb and maintain flight level tree 60. Dal 8040 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 6 Tree Niner.
Dal 8040 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 6 Tree Niner, reset transponder. Squawk 0025. Dal 8040 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 6 Tree Niner, contact Boston Center on 133.25. Good day.
Going to 133.25. Dal 8040 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 6 Tree Niner. Boston Center. Dal 8040 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 6 Tree Niner is passing 9,600 climbing flight level tree 60.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we climb to our cruising altitude, we'd like to extend a special thank you to each of you, and a welcome back to our SkyMom members and Million Milers. Your business and loyalty are greatly appreciated by the entire Delta family. For your safety, it's important to remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened anytime the seatbelt sign is on. Even if the sign is off, please keep your seatbelt fastened in case we experience any unexpected rough air. We ask that you also please remember to use caution if opening the overhead bins to prevent injury from articles that may have shifted during takeoff. We've now reached an altitude where it's safe to use approved electronic devices, and a listing of these devices can be found in Sky Magazine in the seat pocket in front of you. On today's flight in the economy cabin, it'll be our pleasure to offer you complimentary Coca-Cola products, Starbucks coffee, water, juices, a variety of complimentary snacks, as well as a selection of our fresh eats items and all-day goodies. Beer, wine, and spirits are available complimentary for our first class and Delta Comfort Plus passengers, as well as available for purchase for the main cabin. A complete listing of available beverages, as well as of our fresh eats items, can be found in the menus in your seat pocket. Please be reminded that Delta accepts only major credit or debit cards for onboard purchases of beverages and snacks. However, you can use your Delta SkyMiles American Express card to save 15% and earn double miles on all Delta purchases. For your enjoyment, each seat is equipped with your own personal entertainment system. On it, you can view a selection of complimentary as well as on-demand TV shows, movies, and music. You will find that this screen will work best with just a light tap of your fingertip. Feel free to use your own headsets. Otherwise, if you do need a headset, just let a flight attendant know they are yours complimentary for this and any future Delta flights.
Dow 8040 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 6, tree, 9er contact Boston Center on 124.85. Good day.
Going to 124.85. Dow 8040 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 6 tree 9er. Boston Center, Dow 8040 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 6 tree 9er is at flight level 205, climbing flight level tree 60.
Dow 8040 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 6 tree 9er, Boston Center. Radar contact. Continue to BLZZR.
Going to 12.75. Dow 8040 Romeo, Alpha Whiskey 6 Tree Niner. Boston Center, Dow 8040 Romeo, Alpha Whiskey 6 Tree Niner, is at flight level 265, climbing flight level tree 60.
Dow 8040 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 6 Tree Niner, Boston Center. Radar contact. Continue to Bravo Alpha Foxtrot. Dow 8040 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 6 Tree Niner, contact Boston Center on 127.65. Good day. Dow 8040 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 6 Tree Niner. Did you hear my last transmission? Dow 8040 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 6 Tree Niner. Did you copy? Dow 8040 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 6 Tree Niner. Please acknowledge. Dow 8040 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 6 Tree Niner. IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Boston Tower, Dial 8040 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 639er is 1 miles north, 1800, with Echo, to land.
Dial 8040 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 639er, Boston Tower. Altimeter 299er2, enter left downwind runway 4 right.
Fly left traffic runway 4 right, Dial 8040 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 639er.
Dial 8040 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 639er, wind calm, clear to land runway 4 right.
Clear to land runway 4 right, Dial 8040 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 639er.
seatbelt sign. This will be your one and only indication that it's safe for you to get up and move about the cabin. Please be reminded to use caution when opening the overhead bins to prevent injury from articles that may have shifted during landing. You may now use your mobile phones and other handheld electronic devices while we taxi to the gate. However, your laptop computers and larger electronics must remain stowed.
Shamrock 139er, turn next taxiway. Porter 2946, altimeter 2992. Cleared for takeoff runway 15 right.
Cleared for takeoff runway 15 right. Porter 2946.
Shamrock 139er, turn next taxiway. Del 8040 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 639er, please acknowledge.
.75. Dal 8040 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 639er.
Shamrock 139er, turn next taxiway. Shamrock 139er, contact ground on 121.75. United 2466, turn next taxiway.
.75 for Shamrock 139er.
Porter 29er46, contact Boston departure on 133.0. Good day. United 2466, turn next taxiway.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Porter 29er46, did you copy? United 2466, turn next taxiway. Porter 29er47, turn next taxiway.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
133.0. Porter 29er46.
United 2466, turn next taxiway. Porter
Locking gear.
2947, turn next taxiway. United 2466, contact ground on 134.05.
Going to 134.05. United 2466.
Release parking brakes, please.
Porter 29er47, exit runway when able. Porter 29er47, contact ground on 134.05. Going to 134.05, Porter 29er47. 4224, turn next taxiway. Envoy 4224, exit runway when able. Brickyard 5837, exit runway when able. Envoy 4224, turn next taxiway. Envoy 4224, contact ground on 134.05. Brickyard 5837, exit runway when able.
One tree 4.05. Envoy 4224.
Brickyard 5837, exit runway when able. JetBlue 9018, exit runway when able. Brickyard 5837, contact ground on 121.9er.
.9er, Brickyard 5837.
JetBlue 9018, exit runway when able. JetBlue 9018, turn next taxiway. JetBlue 9018, contact ground on 131.85.
Please set parking brake. Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear, right is clear.
The boarding requested. Passengers, the boarding started.
Thanks for flying today. Enjoy the weather. Enjoy your stay. Safe travel. Bye-bye. See you again. Bye-bye. Thanks for flying today. Take care now. Thanks, man. Bye-bye. Have a pleasant stay. All the best. Have a safe onward journey. Enjoy your stay. Welcome to your destination. Goodbye. Thanks, sir. Thank you, folks. See you next time. Thanks for flying with us. Have a great day. Have a nice day. All the best.